Hi everyone, this is Jen here from TELUS World of Science Edmonton. We're here today again for another Maker Monday where we are going to do a challenge every week where we design, build and test something really cool and really awesome that you can make using supplies that you have around the house. So come on and join me. So this week we're going to use the design, build, test strategy to make a really awesome trampoline. All right, let's go grab some building materials for making our trampoline today. So the first thing you're going to need is some sort of container or a bucket in order to make the base or the foundation of our trampoline. So the important thing is you're going to want to make sure that there's holes around the rim of your container beforehand. So I've used a hole punch to put holes around this deli container. If it's a thicker plastic, you might want to use something like a hammer and nail to put the holes in. I definitely recommend that you grab a grown-up to help you with this activity, using a hammer and a nail, because you don't want to accidentally hurt yourself. So next, you're going to want some thin elastics and lots of them. Those are going to come in really useful. We also have here some toothpicks. You're going to need lots of those too. We also want to bounce something on our trampoline, so we're going to grab some plastic balls. Now these ones, they're air-filled, so they're hollow. So any size will do. This is a bouncy pit ball or a ping pong ball. Also, we have some measuring tools, so you could use a ruler or you can use a measuring tape. Those will come in handy. Also, I always recommend having masking tape nearby. It always comes in useful. And then you're going to want something to write with or draw with, so you can grab a marker or a pen or a pencil, whatever you have handy. And then I'm also going to suggest you grab some scrap paper that we can use for doing some designs on. Okay, now that we have all of our supplies, we're ready to begin. Okay, so we want to see how high this ball will bounce if we drop it on a flat surface like the table. So I'm going to hold it over the table and we're just going to let it drop. That didn't bounce very high, did it now? Plastic is made up of stretchy molecules called polymers. Some polymers are stretchy, like elastics are. And some polymers aren't stretchy, kind of like a water bottle. So what kind of plastic was used in these balls? It's kind of soft, but is it stretchy? We already bounced this ball, so we know that it's not very stretchy. Let's actually build a trampoline and see if we can make it bounce even higher. The first step of our building process is the design. How many elastics should we use? How should we connect them to the bucket? These are some ideas I came up with. I think I'm going to start by building this one. Now we get to build our trampoline. I'm going to start by taking a rubber band and pinch the end together. Then I'll thread it through the hole from the inside of the container. This will push a loop through the hole to the outside. Put a toothpick through the loop, then pull the rubber band from the inside until the toothpick is tight against the outside of the bucket. I'm going to stretch the rubber band across the bucket to this hole. Then I will pinch it, put it through the hole, and secure it with another toothpick. Be careful. If you let go, the elastic will snap back quickly. Now repeat these steps for all the rubber bands in the design that you've chosen. We're done building our trampoline, so now we're at the test part of our strategy. So before we test out our trampoline, we're going to want to take some measurements. So I have run a measuring tape up against a flat wall. So you can do the same, or if you have a ruler or a meter stick at home, you can use that as well. And then what I've also done is I've used some masking tape to mark out 1 meter on the wall, because that's the height that we're going to be dropping, not throwing. We're going to drop our ball from 1 meter. Now make sure you check with your grown-ups first so that it's okay that you actually put masking tape on your wall. All right, so our first test is going to be dropping a ball from 1 meter or 100 centimeters and without the trampoline to begin with. We want to see how high the ball will bounce without the trampoline. Awesome, that was about 22 centimeters. So we're going to take some tape. I'm going to put that at about 22 centimeters. And we're going to call that our first drop. Okay, so this time we're going to do the test again, but we're going to use the trampoline this time. So we're going to put it beside the measuring tape. And another important thing to note is the size of your container. So remember our first test, we dropped it right on the floor, but now we have to add the height of our trampoline to our measurements. So this is about 7 centimeters. I measured it earlier. So I'm going to go up to 1 meter, and I'm actually going to drop it from 107 centimeters. Here we go. Okay. That was awesome. We got it to about 50 centimeters. Does that sound about right? Yeah, let's take another piece of tape. We'll put it at 50 centimeters. That's great. Look at the difference between our first drop and our second drop. So we made a pretty good trampoline the first time. Now that we've tested our first design, go back to the drawing board and see if you can think of some other ways that we could perhaps improve our design to make the ball bounce even higher. Now that we've made some changes to our design, we can go and test it again. So you guys go and test where your testing ground is, but here at Tell Us World of Science, we like to do things a little more extreme. So we've made a few different designs to test out, and we're gonna go out in one of the galleries and do some epic testing. That's all the time we have for today, but I bet with more testing, you guys can make even better trampoline designs at home. So thank you for joining us today at Tell Us World of Science Edmonton for another Maker Monday. I hope you can join us again next week for another awesome design challenge. If you have some photos or videos of your really cool trampolines, I would love to see them. So if you could post them in the comments below or tweet them to #MakerMonday, that would be wonderful. Until next time, have a great week, everyone.